Yeah. Well, welcome. Today, we want to explain two concepts: ego and true self. That's what we want to explain, so that you should have true understanding of what it is and live according to it and experience, create, and enjoy life. Sorry, it's like you are hearing some showers. It is raining right here outside, so there might be some noisy showers. Don't take it or focus much on the noise. All you need to focus is it, the message I'm giving you and explanation. Get the concepts, integrate the knowledge, and live it. So this is from Meridian University education.com, and it's called Egoic Illusions versus True Self, and it's a journey of self-discovery. So it says every one of us has a quiet essence of ten overshadowed by noisy demand of our ego. So noisy demand of our ego is the things we want to achieve without first knowing our true self, without first looking within, know who you are. Once you know who you are, then you can go for these all the demands. They might no longer be noisy, they might be your life, they might be fulfilling, they might be of what they can bring joy. But if you don't discover your true self, if you don't discover true self, you have just built ego of what others say or what others have achieved, then it's when now all what you are chasing, all what you are chasing becomes noisy demands. That's why we always say don't identify by your ego. We build our ego based on life experiences of what we have gone through, based on and that is the avatar. We build it based on life experiences and avatar perspective. That's how we build the sense of I and the avatar perspective. While of the time you were born, it is the time you all you had was your true self. When you were a kid, of not knowing anything of what light and long is, you were in the form of true self. As you are growing, learning, actualizing, it was the time now you were building your ego self. The problem now becomes once we grow old, we forget our true self and become the be identified by the ego. In the end, losing the right within us. Remember, all that exists is nothingness, and the nothingness is God, and God is what is with us, and it's a reflection of our true self. So the lane is still increasing, but I'll make sure raise up my voice so that you hear what I am saying. So, like an actor, the ego plays the role demanded by society, craving appraisal and fearing criticism. You see, that's why you always look for demand, you always chase those things because you fear criticism and appraisal. You fear of losing your appraisal and the identity that you have built to the society you are living in. So in so doing, if you don't know your true self, if you don't know who you are, all this now becomes what drains you. All this becomes what takes your true self and think life once you add the personal perspective when you are alone or when you are alone thinking of what you are doing, you start having those feeling of like you are empty inside. See, so before you take an action of loving the things you have, first look within, know your kingdom within, know your true self, who you are. Then everything is going to be health is going to be enjoyable for you and the ones around you. So it thrives on comparisons, judgment, and validation, often leading to dissatisfaction and endless wanting. You see, if you have built your ego without first knowing your true self, knowing your true self doesn't mean you should just know the stories of the time you were born. No, first know like when you are building the Aveda, know your Aveda perspective. Aveda perspective, then you have to learn, know the body, what is its physiology, and you have to learn anatomy and physiology. Then you understand your habit and how it works. You're knowing your true self. You also need to learn all this in biology, all the sciences and the mechanism of the body, the chemistry of your body, chemistry of the surrounding, and know where you are and why you are, where you are. All these attribute to you building your ego self. So now not learning to understand and discover your true self is when now you need to study what existence is. Because you know your avatar, what it is made up of. But still inside there is something deep that is making you to feel no, I still need to know more. No, instead of just choosing to chase other things. You see? Then in so doing of studying what existence is when now you discover to yourself that like there is knowledge, what we are giving you is knowledge of you to discover your true self. That is to realize that you are internal being of mathematical frequencies. You are internal light. Once you discover that, then and know your avatar, where you are, then you can enjoy now to build your ego. That is going to be healthier to the society and healthier to yourself and your life within. That's why we always say, first discover your divine nature. Once you discover your divinity, then go for creation of divine society we are talking about. That is the most important thing to know and remember. On the other hand, our true self often silenced is the core of our being and swayed by internal validation or material acquisition. It is the silent observer, the internal essence that emanates peace and contentment. You see, your true self is what emanates peace and content because it's everything that exists. Once you discover it by studying what existence is, then the divine society we are going to make it first in creating the divine society. But right now, people are not going for first thing first. They are up for something that is just building, that is just helping maybe in building the ego, instead of up for something that first should let you know your true self. So your true self is your internal life reflection from the light that is inside you. That is your true self. While the learning the behaviors, the experiences, the way you put up your avatar to the society, the way you dress, all that attribution of your ego self. Because your ego is the center and field of your consciousness on how you should reflect it to the society. That's why your ego say is the field of your consciousness, the field of your consciousness. So egoic refers to an individual alignment with a constructed sense of identity primarily on primarily anchored in the mind's connection, stream of thoughts, beliefs, and narratives. This egoic self is a mental construct, a byproduct of our life experiences, society conditioning, and personal interpretation of the world around us. So all you need for you to be free, for you to discover, to know that you have a free will, you need to look within, question everything, question all the what you have been taught, question all what society say, question every experience that you have had in the past, so that you might reflect the true light that is inside you instead of getting lost in the wilderness or fall for BS because you have just captured all the experiences that are not reflection of your of who you are. In the end, you fall apart. That is falling for BS. That is which we don't want to happen to everyone. That's why we are here to give you this knowledge so that it should help you elevate from self awareness to hyper awareness. So, a significant characteristic of egoic mind is its attachment to the physical form and validation it seeks through internal circumstances. You can see now the characteristics, one of the characteristics that this of the ego without you first knowing your true self is the physical form, like the material. What we say, we always say reality is not material. The material we refer to every scientific product that have come to be, every product that us as human, as eternal beings, we have produced. All of those we might end up being, or what we have, we can say all that we have achieved are all material, but while the reality is the mind is all started from someone's mind, and he looked for it and make it objective to other people to see. That's why it was loved. Everything you see, that's why you see people might love it, but it started it from someone's mind. So you without first realize your true self, then it's when now you always seek uh, for attachment to the physical form and validation. Once you are seeking for it, then you look validation from those around you, the ones you are living, you are living with, the ones you are believing on, without even considering their also true self. That's why you might thinking, I love these people, but they don't love me. You might have those such type of blame. Why? Because what you are giving them is not reflection of maybe who also their true self and how they have built their ego. That's why you should always not consider yourself to be uh, like the one who all knows, but you should also consider others also to be first, know from their perspective and discuss. Once you are doing that in the process of learning from each other, once you are learning from each other, then we all grow, learn, and actualize together as one and build the healthier and divine societies we all talk about. So this attachment is not about physical appearance, but extends to possessions. You see, what you have been, for you, the possessions you have, achievement, and even relationship and social status. The true self often refers to as consciousness or awareness, is a state of pure being unattached by whims of the mind. So whims of the mind are now Remember, my mind is a living uh, mathematical information. So it creates and it degenerates. It creates and it linked to these algorithms, and our brain helps in filtering what your mind is creating. So the whims of the mind are the things that your mind might create. You might want to identify with that and build your ego, but your mind will still need to create more and more and more and more of that. So first, without discovering that all that is happening is your mind creating, then you end up identified by ego. Everything that every whim that your mind create, once you achieve it, your mind is still creating things, then you still want more, more, more. In the end, for you to get enough becomes harder because you don't know what is happening inside. You don't know what your self really needs. You don't know what gives you food to your true self, to your life. That is that I want to explain for today about the true self. So you can know that the true self is reflection from light, while your ego will build based on experiences and the things, the advert itself, and the way we want to identify ourselves to the society. While our true self is everything that exists is inside us. So you need to first discover it for you to build healthy ego, for you to have a healthier set of consciousness, healthier field of healthier set of consciousness. You really need to first know your true self. Once you do that, then you are going to live a healthier and happier life, and you're going to achieve a lot while struggling for higher things that you also want to learn. Because remember, we are here to learn, grow, and actualize. So in the process of learning and growing and actualizing, it's where struggle, it's where you need to focus. It's where you look inside and focus on for you to reach to the level you want to reach. That is that by I hope I have explained it well about the ego and your success. So a generally we have always said it comes from nothingness, and nothingness is all that exists. It's made of mathematical frequencies of sinusoid waves. So all the sinusoid waves they balance to zero. That's why we say it's nothingness. Nothingness contains everything that exists, and it leads to these avatars via intuition. That is what happening for, and our brain is the filter of our soul, our internal pure mind. So you need first to discover these concepts and live live it. Then you are going to build a healthier ego self. Yeah, that is that, guys. If you haven't understood, then you can put it in the comment section. Then I'm going to come for you and answer and respond accordingly to what you haven't yet understood. Yeah. Bye.